You wake up in a big, empty, open world. There's no explanation, no instructions, just silence stretching in every direction. For a moment, it almost feels peaceful. Then it hits you. You're constantly one mistake away from death. Living in Minecraft wouldn't feel adventurous. It would feel tense, like your shoulders are never allowed to relax. There's no safety net here, no room for human error. Curiosity, the thing that usually pushes people forward, becomes dangerous. Even something as basic as digging for resources turns into a gamble with your life. One block too deep, one careless swing, and you fall straight into lava. Not only are you dead, but everything you owned is gone too. No injuries, no crawling away, no slow recovery. You're either perfectly fine or completely erased. Normal movement stops feeling normal. Building a house sounds comforting until you slip off the roof and die from the fall. Exploring a ravine feels exciting until a skeleton hits you once and sends you flying into the darkness. Fights don't feel heroic or cinematic. They're quick, messy, and unforgiving. There's no last stand or dramatic moment. You just drop, disappear, and leave your items behind like evidence that you were ever there. The worst part isn't even the danger, it's what it does to your mind. Knowing that a single distracted moment could wipe out hours or days of effort would eat away at you. You'd hesitate before every jump, you'd question every decision. Life wouldn't be about building or discovering anything meaningful. It would be about playing it safe and hoping nothing goes wrong. Then, night falls. Nighttime in Minecraft isn't just darker. It feels hostile, like the world itself has turned against you. As the sun disappears, the land fills up with things that want you dead. Monsters don't show up one at a time, they surround you. The darkness isn't empty. It's crowded with threats you often don't even see until it's too late. You hear a hiss behind you and your stomach drops because you know you have less than a second to react. Skeletons fire arrows with perfect aim. Spiders climb walls like gravity doesn't apply to them. Zombies come in groups, slowly overwhelming you. Witches throw poison and slowness, turning panic into helplessness. You're not really fighting enemies, you're trying to survive the night itself. Even sleep, something that should feel safe and natural, becomes something you have to earn. You can't rest unless you've made a bed, placed it somewhere secure, and lived long enough to actually use it. If you die before that, you wake up somewhere unfamiliar, exposed, and confused. Every night forces the same choice: hide in fear or risk your life just to exist. And it never stops. This isn't a one-time event or a rare danger. It happens every single night. No breaks, no adjustment period. Fear becomes routine, and over time, that constant fear would wear you down until it feels normal to be afraid. Hunger would control your entire life. In Minecraft, hunger isn't a mild inconvenience. It's a constant threat hanging over everything you do. Your ability to heal, to fight, even to run, depends entirely on whether you've eaten recently. No food means no recovery. Low food means weakness. Starvation doesn't make you collapse or pass out. It just kills you. Every decision becomes a calculation. Should you sprint and get somewhere faster, or walk and conserve energy? Should you fight that enemy or save your strength? Should you explore further or turn back before hunger catches up? You aren't exploring because you're curious. You're scavenging because you have to stay alive. Even when food is available, it never feels secure. Crops have to be planted, harvested, and replanted over and over again. Animals need to be bred, fed, slaughtered, and cooked. Fishing takes time. Cooking takes fuel. There's no moment where survival takes care of itself. The moment you stop working, your body starts failing. That constant pressure would be exhausting. You could never truly relax because hunger is always ticking down in the background. Creativity, ambition, rest, all of it comes second to staying fed. Hunger doesn't encourage living, it demands obedience. Your body wouldn't help you either. Minecraft makes you feel powerful on the surface. You can carry stacks of stone, iron, and gold, weights that would be impossible in the real world. But that strength is an illusion. Fall a few meters the wrong way and you're dead. The gap between what your body can lift and what it can survive is terrifying. Combat makes that fragility obvious. One arrow can take away most of your health. A spider bite, a zombie punch, or a splash of poison can end everything before you even have time to react. Armor helps, but it never guarantees safety. Even at your strongest, you're always just a few hits away from dying. Healing doesn't feel natural either. You don't recover slowly or adapt. You regenerate only if you're well fed. Food replaces medicine. There's no concept of injury, pain, or recovery. You're either ready to fight again or you're dead. Nothing in between. Living in a body like that would feel unstable, unreliable, and unsafe. You'd never fully trust yourself. You'd never forget how fragile you really are. In Minecraft, strength looks impressive, but underneath it, everything is always on the verge of breaking. Even after you learn how to survive, after the fear dulls and the routines settle in, the world itself would still grind you down in ways you don't expect. The people are trapped in miserable lives. Eventually, you'd come across other people. Villages scattered across the land would feel like a lifeline at first. Proof that you aren't completely alone. Proof that some kind of society exists. But the longer you stay, the more unsettling it becomes. Villagers don't really live lives. They repeat them. They wake up, walk the same paths, stand in the same places, and return to the same houses every day. They don't ask questions. They don't change. They don't seem aware of how dangerous the world around them is. It's like they're frozen in time while everything else keeps trying to kill them. What makes it worse is how easily they're exploited. Villages are constantly attacked by raids, zombies, and monsters, and yet nothing ever improves. Villagers are captured, trapped in tiny spaces, turned into zombies, cured, and traded with like objects instead of people. Over time, you'd realize the world isn't built around cooperation or empathy. It's built around efficiency and control. Living among them wouldn't feel comforting. It would feel hollow, like being surrounded by people without ever truly having company. The world is huge, but deeply lonely. Minecraft's world is massive, almost endless, and at first that feels exciting. There's always something new over the next hill, a new biome, a new cave, a new structure, but eventually that excitement fades and something else takes its place. You start to notice how empty it all is. You can travel for hours without seeing another sign of life that isn't hostile. No voices, no conversations, no shared experiences. Just the sound of your own footsteps and the same ambient noises repeating over and over. The loneliness wouldn't hit all at once. It would creep in slowly. You'd build houses, not because you need them, but because you want to leave proof that you exist. You'd light torches along paths just to feel like someone has been there before. You might even talk out loud just to hear a voice that isn't hostile or mechanical. A world that big should feel alive. Instead, it feels abandoned. Nature feels like it's actively against you. In Minecraft, nature isn't something you peacefully coexist with. It feels like something you constantly struggle against. Every environment hides danger beneath its surface. Caves lure you in with valuable resources and then punish you with sudden drops, darkness, and monsters. Oceans look calm until something drags you under. Forests can burn down in minutes. Deserts drain your hunger and energy faster than you expect. Even places that look beautiful are dangerous if you let your guard down. A mountain view only stays peaceful until one wrong step sends you falling. A quiet beach only feels safe until night comes and something emerges from the water. There's no sense that the world is trying to support you. It doesn't adapt to your needs or protect you when you're vulnerable. It just waits. One mistake, one moment of distraction, and the environment reminds you how unforgiving it really is. There is no lasting peace or safety. You might eventually build walls, farms, armor, and weapons. You might tell yourself you've finally created a safe place. But safety in Minecraft is temporary, and deep down, you'd always know that. A single dark corner can spawn something deadly. Lightning can burn your home to the ground in seconds. A raid can wipe out a village you tried to protect. And beyond the familiar world lie places like the Nether and the End, environments that exist purely to punish you for stepping into them. There's no point where the struggle ends. No moment where you can truly relax. The world doesn't reward comfort, it punishes it. The moment you stop preparing, stop watching, stop worrying, something goes wrong. That's what would make living in Minecraft unbearable in the long run. Not just the monsters or the hunger or the constant risk, but the fact that you're never allowed to feel safe. Survival never turns into living. It just becomes an endless loop of staying alive one day at a time. In the end, living in Minecraft wouldn't be about creativity or freedom. It would be about endurance. Every day would be spent avoiding death, managing fear, and holding on just long enough to see the next sunrise. The world may look simple and blocky, but living in it would be anything but. It isn't a sandbox for living, it's a test of how long you can survive before the world finally breaks you. Looking for an editor for your YouTube videos? You can contact me anytime.